Hello students, welcome to our next session, that is chapter number 1, rational and irrational number. So children, of this chapter only one C exercise is in syllabus. So we will start exercise 1C. Before that, these are the basic concepts which you should know. Let's discuss all these basic concepts. Real numbers. Children, all the numbers which you deal with are called real numbers, and real numbers are further divided into two categories. First category is rational number and the second category is irrational number. Children, you all are familiar with rational numbers. Rational numbers like integers and non-integral numbers. Integers, all of you know that all negative, all positive including 0, these numbers are integers. Like as negative integers, 0 and positive integers. Irrational numbers are those numbers whose values are not, see, irrational numbers, if the exact value you cannot find out, if exact value of a number cannot be found, it is called irrational number. Rational numbers, numbers which can be expressed as P by Q form where Q should not be 0. Why? Because you know that if denominator of any fraction is 0, that is equal to not defined. Clear? Once again children, rational numbers can be expressed in P by Q form and irrational numbers are those numbers whose exact value cannot be found. Clear? Now, the first question of exercise is deal with surd or radical. So children, be very careful. These are the conditions when you can say whether the given number is surd or not. It is expressed, this is the standard form, x raised to the power 1 by n. So the given question you have to write in this form first of all. Then these are the conditions which it should satisfy. What is first condition? X. X means base. That should be a positive rational number. X should be a positive rational number. N. N should be positive integer. It should be a positive integer. And n root x, it means this whole value of this expression, it should be irrational number. That means its value cannot be exact. Clear? Then we can say x raised to the power 1 over n is a surd. Children, don't get confused. When we'll do the questions, then you will get to know that how to find out whether the given value is surd or not. Children, first question, first part, it is given under root 180. I told you to write it in the standard form. It was our standard form, x raised to the power 1 by n. So you know that root 180, I can write 180 raised to the power 1 by 2. Now let's apply the conditions. First condition, x base. What is base? 180. That should be a rational number. Yes, it is a rational number. Now come to the second condition, n. This value, it should be a positive integer. So compare it. What is n? N is 2. That is a positive integer. That means second condition is also satisfied. Now third condition, the whole value, meaning root of 180. Let us find out that I already found the prime factors. And when you will put the value, the final answer is 6 under root 5. So children, you can see that this is not a exact value because root 5 we cannot find out the exact value. So it is an irrational number. So children, all three conditions are satisfied. First condition, x is rational number. Second condition, n is a positive integer. And third condition, the whole answer is irrational number. So we can say it is a surd. Next is this question. Let's write it in the standard form. That can be written as 64 raised to the power 1 by 3. X base, that is 64. is a rational number. First condition is satisfied. Second condition, n is 3, that is a positive integer. Second condition is also satisfied. Third condition, cube root of 64, that is 4. Children, that should be a irrational number, but 4 is rational number. So third condition is not satisfied, so it is not a surd. Let's move to the next question. This can be written as minus 125 whole raised to the power 1 by 3. So what is the value of x here, children? Minus 125, that is a rational number. N, what is n? N is 3, that is a positive integer. And cube root of minus 125, that is minus 5, it can be taken. So it is not a rational number, irrational number, it is a rational number. So we can say that third condition is not satisfied, so it is not a surd. Next question is under root pi, which can be written as pi raised to the power 1 by 2. Now compare it with x raised to power 1 by n. Children, x should be a rational number, but you know that pi is not a rational number, it is irrational number, because what is the value of pi? 22 by 7. So if you will find out, you cannot find out the exact value of pi. That means our first condition is not satisfied, so it is not a surd. Now come to 8th part. This is our 8th part, which can be written as 3 plus root 2 raised to the power, this whole root can be written as 1 by 2. Compare it with x power 1 by n. Now base x is what? 3 plus root 2. As you know, you can't find out exact value of root 2. It means x is irrational number. So first condition is not satisfied. It is not a surd. Clear, children? So first question, all the parts you have to solve yourself, which I left. Children, question number 2. Write the lowest rationalizing factor. Rationalizing means you have to change irrational number to a rational number. So first part is 5 root 2. Which factor is irrational here? Root 2 is creating problem. So if we'll multiply this number with root 2 into root 2 will change to 2. So the rationalizing factor is root 2. Third part of the question, root 5 minus 3. So the rationalizing factor, children, in this case when two terms are there, so you have to take opposite sign of this. So rationalizing factor will be root 5 plus 3. That you have already done in class 8. You must be knowing. 8th part, 15 minus 3 root 2. You can see, children, 3 can be taken common. That I have taken. Inside you are left with 5 minus root 2. So what will be the rationalizing factor? That is 5. I told you opposite sign of this. Minus sign is there. So rationalizing factor will be plus root 2. In the same way, 9th part, this is the given question. Nothing can be taken common. So the rationalizing factor will be opposite sign of this. Hope you all will do all the parts of second question. Now come to question number 3. Question number 3. Rationalize the denominator. Children, you have to rationalize the denominator. Meaning you have to make denominator rational. So denominator is root 5. How we can make it rational? By multiplying with root 5. So directly we can't multiply only denominator with root 5. If we multiply and divide with root 5, it will become 2. You know that both the numbers are under the root, they will multiply. So 5 3s are 15. Root 5 into root 5 is equal to 5. When the same numbers under the root, they multiply, root will get cancelled. Now you can see the denominator is a rational number. Next question. 9th part of this exercise. This is the question and we have to rationalize the denominator. So this was the question, children. Now we have to rationalize. I told you, you have to take the denominator. What is the sign of denominator here? Minus. You have to multiply and divide with the opposite sign of denominator. Here the sign was negative. So you have to multiply, but the values should be same. In between plus sign should be there. Now you can see numerator 2 root 5 plus 3 root 2 is same. So this will become 2 root 5 plus 3 root 2 whole square because both are same. Again the values are same but with a different sign. So it is satisfying the identity a minus b into a plus b. So what that identity is, a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. And numerator we can expand it using the identity a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now let us expand it. A square meaning 2 root 5 square plus b square meaning 3 root 2 square plus 2a into b upon, when you will open square of this, 2 square is 4, multiply root 5, when you will square root will get cancelled, you will left with 5 minus 3 square is 9, multiply root will get cancelled and you will get 2 over here. Same thing children, 2 square is 4, multiply by 5, 3 square is 9, root will get cancelled, 2 plus 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, and these two numbers are under the root will multiply. In the denominator you will get 5 4s are 20 minus 18. Here 20 plus 18 plus 12 root 10 over 2. This will be 38 plus 12 root 10 over 2. We can take 2 common from here. So 19 plus 6 root 2 over 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. This is your final answer. And you can say that now the denominator is a rational number, that is 1. Clear? Children, complete up to question number 3 of exercise 1C and note down the content of first term. Chapter number 1 only exercise 1C. Chapter number 2 exercise C and D only. Chapter number 3 exercise A, B and C. Chapter number 4 exercise A, B and C. Chapter number 5 exercise A, B, C, D. Chapter number 7 A, B exercise. Chapter number 8 logarithm full. Chapter number 9 triangle only exercise A, and after that distance formula full chapter which we have already done. Thank you.